A lot of anticipation and a line of people outside federal court in New York City today, the crowd waiting hours to get inside, where accused murderer Luigi Mangione, in an abrupt about-face, changed his plea to guilty on federal charges related to the shooting death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
For 20 months, Luigi Mangione has pled not guilty. And now, in a courtroom with Brian Thompson's family, he not only pled guilty, but outlined how he committed this heinous crime.
For the first time, the Thompson family appeared in court, sitting just feet away, as Mangione read a prepared statement to the judge, admitting he traveled to New York with the intent to shoot Brian Thompson. And, quote, "I shot Mr. Thompson in Manhattan, and he died." Mangione said without emotion or contrition, "I knew what I was doing was illegal." Thompson's widow, Paulette, seen crying at times.
We saw the widow of Brian Thompson in court wiping her eyes as she heard details as to how Luigi Mangione not only planned but executed this assassination-style killing.
The family releasing these photos of him, showing Thompson through the years. The CEO was 50 years old and had 2 teen sons at the time he was killed. Brian Thompson had been in New York for a United Healthcare Investor Conference. Wednesday, December 4th, 2024, shortly before 7 a.m., he was on West 54th Street when cameras captured the moment a figure is seen walking up and shooting Thompson from behind. This woman, holding her coffee, heard the first shot. She flinches, sees Thompson stumble, then seems to look straight at the gunman, still taking aim, before running off. Seconds later, a man in the hotel steps outside, sees Thompson crumpled on the ground, and starts pointing in the suspect's direction. 3 minutes later, police arrive. Officers tend to Thompson for another 8 minutes until an ambulance arrives.
The United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson shot and killed at point-blank range in Midtown Manhattan early this morning.
Gunned down. Police calling it premeditated, pre-planned. The gunman, they say, was waiting.
All eyes were riveted by the week-long multi-state manhunt to find the suspect.
We start with breaking news today. The arrest of a person of interest in Pennsylvania.
The manhunt tracked the killer using video from the thousands of cameras that blanket New York City. First as he left the scene, then rode a bike into Central Park.
Leapfrogging over one camera over another, they were able to track this guy to this youth hostel. As he's checking into the youth hostel, the lady behind the counter asks him to drop his mask to see his face, to see his smile, and he obliges. And that was the picture that went viral.
That viral photo fueling an exhaustive search which finally ended with a tip from McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Someone saying they recognized his distinctive eyebrows. Police body camera footage shown in court revealed what happened when officers approached and later arrested Mangione. The officers collected Mangione's backpack. Inside, they say they found a 3D printed 9mm gun, ammunition, and a notebook full of handwritten notes detailing the writer's animosity toward the health insurance industry. Mangione's anger toward the healthcare system did appear to resonate. For months, the typical frenzy outside court included dozens of Mangione's supporters.
We've done this a bunch of times.
Got here at about midnight, but I know people were here as early as yesterday around noon.
I got here yesterday probably around 9 o'clock.
Some foregoing sleep to line up overnight, others traveling into New York City from abroad, all for a chance to see an accused murderer in court in person.
Many people find themselves drawn because they find that they have a personal connection to their relationship with the health insurance industry.
Others speculate Mangione's good looks were the prime reason for all the attention.
You guys realize Luigi Mangione doesn't even know that he is a national phenomenon right now. Like, he doesn't even know how loved he is.
If you were perceived as attractive by a jury, and especially perceived as attractive by the public, you are much, much less likely to get a harsh sentence.
In his statement in court today, Mangione explained his motivation for the shooting, saying after years of enduring severe pain from a broken back, navigating the obstacles of the health insurance system and witnessing similar experiences of countless others, I learned that United Healthcare would be holding its annual investor conference in New York City. The 28-year-old said he posed as a wealthy investor so he could learn the exact location of the conference Thompson would be attending.
He endured years of severe, debilitating pain. Like the thousands of people who have reached out since this tragedy to share their own experiences, he believed that the system had failed him and destroyed his life.
The defendant committed this murder in an attempt to draw public attention to his dislike of certain businesses. But we live in a civilized society governed by the rule of law. We debate, we disagree, we protest. We do not commit murder. There can be no celebrity in assassination.
Today, fewer supporters showed up, a few sobbing in the hallway. Still, as the Thompson family was rushed from the courthouse to a waiting car, they were subjected to this.
America loves Luigi.
Chants of America loves Luigi.
To those who idolize Luigi Mangione, I say this: violence is not a cause, murder is not a message, and a killer is certainly not a hero.
Thompson's family issued a statement saying today's guilty plea marks an important step toward justice for Brian and for our family. While nothing will ease the pain of losing him, we are grateful that the federal justice system has held the person responsible for this heinous act accountable.
I know they will have an opportunity to be heard at sentencing.
They're still grieving. They lost a son, a brother, a husband, and a father, and a friend, and many colleagues.
The judge overseeing the federal case accepted Mangione's guilty plea. It is not yet clear how it will impact Mangione's upcoming New York State trial, which is supposed to start September 8th. In that case, Mangione faces multiple charges, including second-degree murder. And today, Mangione's defense team filed a motion to dismiss.
New York law does not permit a person to be prosecuted and punished twice for the exact same crime. Today's guilty plea triggers this statute, and we just filed our motion in state court explaining why the state charges must be dismissed under New York's double jeopardy protections.
Mangione's defense team is playing three-dimensional chess. If they win, they can get a light sentence in federal court and the dismissal of a state case. But if Mangione's defense team is wrong, he could be facing anywhere from 24 to 30 years in federal prison and be looking at a state trial where he's already admitted to planning, stalking, and killing Brian Thompson.
Sentencing in Mangione's federal case is set for December 18th.
Tingle.